Let's talk about autism today. I've got autism, as you guys obviously know. For those who watch my videos, they know that I got autism, but let's talk about this whole thing, about why I like having autism and also why I don't like having autism sometimes. So let's talk about it. So first thing is obviously, what is autism? We have to first understand what autism is, how it can affect and has potentially effect on someone, his life or her life potentially. Sorry for the background lighting. I hope the light is good enough. If not, then I'll just close the shades a little bit more. But autism, it's basically the same. Spectrum disorder, ASD, refers to a broad range of conditions characterized by challenges with social skills, repetitive behaviors, speech and nonverbal communication. According to the Centers for Disease Control, autism affects an estimated 1 in 54 children in the United States today. That's quite a lot, I think, right? Before I get into that, I've got autism. I've had autism since the beginning. For those wondering, no, autism cannot be cured. It's not a goddamn disease. It's a genetical thing. I can't get it out. That's the case. I guess I'm different than other people. I'm still a human being like the rest. I've got emotions, I got feelings, I got etc. I just express my feelings and emotions different than a normal person without autism would do. I used to be very antisocial as a kid. I didn't like kids. I was different than the rest of the kids. Always getting into trouble, this and that. Eventually my parents did research on me and they're like, oh my god, he's a retard. We knew it all along. No, I had autism. I got diagnosed at the age of 5-6. And my parents decided to send me to a special school, which is probably the best decision they've ever made, because I'm not sure if I would have done it on a normal school, regular school, as we would call in the Netherlands a reguliere school, which is with people with not autism and that. And a special school is called a speciaal onderwijs, which is special education system. It's a very good system here. People that work there are specialized in having patience and stuff with people with autism at a young age. But yeah, it's interesting. So what are like symptoms of autism? Repetitive behavior for like spinning, twirling, saying the same things over and over. It could be anything from everything, but I want to explain a little bit more about autism. As I have autism myself, I can tell you that it's really nice to have it, but also not, because as a little kid, still to this day, it's a different story, but as a kid I used to be very antisocial. I didn't like communicating with people, felt uncomfortable, didn't trust people, and it's not really changed since today. I don't really intend to talk to people because I don't goddamn know you, my man. I don't need to speak to you. It's the same with people in my neighborhood. Like they don't know who I really am. Like Keegan, yeah, they may know I've got autism, but they don't know who I am. Unlike my parents know me till my goddamn center core of my heart, because they raise me up and they understand how I am as an individual, how I progress and everything. And these people may be befriended with me, but they would never truly know and get to know the real actual Keegan as my parents know. I'm not saying that I act different by them. It's difficult to, I don't know how to explain it, but my parents understand me the best. I sometimes believe that they understand me better than I understand myself actually. But let's go into the symptoms of autism. This is, by the way, by Google. I'm using Google for my facts because Wikipedia is something you can change and I don't like that. Patterns of behavior of the 3 main symptoms of autism. Repetitive behaviors like hand flapping, rocking, jumping or twirling. I do this often. You don't see this? I like doing it. It relaxes me a little bit as well. It may seem really stupid, but you gotta realize people with autism intend to do things that normal people wouldn't often do. Like, I just love the sounds of my nails. I just like it. I've obviously had tics in the past as well. That's something with autism as well, which comes often by, which is it's really frustrating. Sometimes a tic you can't really handle that good. And why I say tics is because, as you know, like back in my videos, I used to do, that. I used to smile and shit like that. So it's repetitive behavior that also and I was a little bit embarrassed about admitting it in my videos. Like, yeah, I do that. I have autism. People knew I had autism when I started YouTuber. It was the admitting the fact that people knew and understood that, oh, he's got something, that's how he is, okay, that's cool, you know. Jumping or twirling, constant moving, pacing and hyper behavior. which is what I had as a kid. Specific routines or rituals, and getting upset when a routine is changed even slightly. And that I can tell you, my dad is the exact same like me. It's fucking crazy. I swear to God, man. My dad is just like me when it comes to that. When a certain object is on a place that I've known for a while, and I've gotten used to the fact that that object stayed there. God damn it, for example, let's say in my case of my microphone. If this bag I put on the table right next to me here right now, I'm recording, and I get up the next morning and I don't see it, I get goddamn frustrated because I get pissed off because my item has been removed without my consent, without my permission. And I had it as a kid at school as well. I used to sit next to the door, literally by the inches next to the door, because I didn't like sitting next to kids. I needed concentration because I was pretty busy in general, so I didn't want to distract other kids as well. But whenever the door, it still pisses me off to this day sometimes. God damn it, I don't understand why people do it. It's so ignorant and lazy back in the days. But I used to sit next to the door and do my stuff, this and that, and I got so frustrated and pissed off with the fact that people didn't close the goddamn door every time they left. They didn't close it, and it bothered me. It was a trigger, something that triggered me as well. Like, I couldn't accept the fact that the door was open the whole time. I liked when it was closed because it triggered me. Some people were like, "You're just a fucking weirdo, my guy." Yeah, yes and no, but it was something that triggered me and bothered me a lot of the times. It always bothered me. Even when I was making a goddamn exam, I had to close the door because I couldn't get peace until I found the main problem. The door was open. Until the door was closed, until the door wasn't closed, I couldn't find my center peace. I couldn't continue doing what I was doing until my door was closed, and I closed it. And the teachers accepted the fact that I had that tick, that I couldn't work further and progress further with what I was doing or going to do without having the door closed to me. It frustrated me, you know. So that was a repetitive thing I used to do as well. Also, like certain things, when some things used to get removed, I instantly noticed it. Same with home. I've accepted the fact that things get changed once in a while. I don't care about it. But back in the days, I was like, this wasn't here, this was here, and it's moved. I don't like that. My dad has had a problem with that in the past as well, just like me. I think my dad also has a symptom of autism. I do believe he's got something. Extreme sensitivity to touch, light, and sound. Yes, I don't like getting touched. God damn it, I hate. Well, back in the days at least, I did not like when people touched me. It frustrated me. I didn't understand why people did it. It's goddamn weird in my opinion. Same with like touching someone on the shoulder, like good job, or I don't know, like creepy guys. All the guys do it in general. I think it's an old thing, but I still to this day I like, get your fucking hands off me, man. I don't know you. You know, I still have it till this day. How did you get autism? Well, that's great to know. We know that there's no cause. We know that there's no one cause of autism. Who the hell wrote these things? Research suggests that autism develops from a combination of genetic and non-genetic or environmental influences. These influences appear to increase the risk that a child will develop autism. Look at all these TikTok users. They have autism. That was a joke, sorry. How could you describe autism? You see, I've always said the best person or people to describe what autism is and feels like is a person that has autism themselves. They can describe it the best, and in this case I can describe it the best as well because I live with autism. I have obviously in the past think like, god damn it, I wish I could cure myself from autism because it affected me so much. I just didn't like it, man. But the more and older I grew up with accepting the fact, okay, I'm autistic, this is who I am, I can't change that. People will have to accept me for what I am or who I am, even if they don't agree with me. I can't change the fact that I got goddamn autism. I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to have autism. You know, I didn't ask for these opinions, but yet I get them. But I can't change the fact that I've got autism. It's not something cured. It's the same thing about someone who's gay. You can't cure them from being gay. They are like that. Accept it. Autism spectrum disorder (ASD) is a complex developmental condition that involves persistent challenges in social interaction, speech and non-verbal communication. And the crazy thing is, on camera I can speak really good, but in real life I'm shy and a little bit. I don't trust people when talking. I don't know, it's always been a thing with me, right? And restricted/repetitive behaviors. The effects of ASD and the severity of symptoms are different in each person. Every person with autism goes through different variety of obstacles. What is the main cause of autism? There's no known single cause for autism spectrum disorder, but it is generally accepted that it is caused by abnormalities in brain structure or function. Brain scans show differences in the shape and structure of the brain in children with autism compared to in neurotypical children. What age does autism usually show up? Some children show ASD symptoms within the first 12 months of life, and other symptoms may not show up until 2 years or later. Some children with ASD gain new skills and meet development milestones until around 18 to 24 months of age, and then they stop gaining new skills or they lose the skills they had once. Can a person be slightly autistic? No. That's one thing I'm going to just say already. You can't be slightly autistic. You have it or you don't have it. There is no such thing as being a little autistic. Many people may show some characteristics of autism from time to time. This may include avoiding bright lights and noises, preferring to be alone, and being rigid about rules. That's me. Yep, that's something I can identify myself within as a person. I don't like bright lights, and I can't fucking stand noises. God damn it, I cannot stand noises. Cars, for example, people, I can't stand noises. I don't like noises, even though I am a person who makes noise. Very hypocritical, I'm quite aware of that. It's very strange, but I like music. I like it loud, so I can hear it and enjoy it. But I don't like dogs barking. I don't like cars passing. I don't like people talking. I try to avoid it as much as possible. Hence the reason that I'm also moving and leaving here, because I want to avoid it as much as I can from there. Does autism run in families? That's a good question. ASD has a tendency to run in families, but the inheritance pattern is usually unknown. People with gene changes associated with ASD generally inherit an increased risk of developing the condition rather than the condition itself. I do believe I've got my autism from my dad. I do believe so. Because my mom is, well, goddamn, no one is normal in this family. God knows, no one is perfect. We're all slightly a bit messed up, right? But in our own way, good way, bad way. But I do believe my dad has, I do think I've got it genetically from my dad, because he's like me. I kid you guys not, he's just like me. He's got a short temper, this and that. He gets triggered by the most smaller things as I get, and he shows the exact same patterns as I do. Repetitive stuff. Goddamn, hoovering every day is one of those examples. I hate when he hoovers. Just letting you know, I don't like. I hate it. But oh yeah, good one. Good. This is also a good question. I think we'll do 2 more questions and then we'll end this video. Does autism worsen with age? Goldsmiths, University of London researchers working with adults recently diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder have found high rates of depression, low employment, and an apparent worsening of some ASD traits as people age. That's a personal thing. I also believe you can avoid that. What is an autistic person like? That's a good question. Let's see what Google says. ASD affects people differently in different ways. Some people can't speak or learn. Their behavior may seem strange. They may avoid other people, like me. They may pace and move their bodies in unusual ways, like flapping their hands. I'm a bird, baka. They may repeat lines from TV shows or movies. Wow. Can an autistic child become normal? Before we even click on that, no, you can't. In several cases, an autistic child may never learn to speak or make eye contact, but many children with autism and other autism spectrum disorders are able to live relatively normal lives, meaning that you don't have to go to the detention thing, because you got these special things in the Netherlands for people with Down syndrome, autism, blind, deaf. We got one in the neighborhood, really awesome, really nice people, like I said. Very nice. I really enjoy. I haven't ever spoken to them, but they always show joy for this and that. They get taken care of. I know a kid here in the neighborhood who has a severe case of autism, and why I say severe is because that child will never be capable of doing stuff independent. His mom and dad is always with him. Although I've never actually seen his father. I kid you guys not. In all these years that they've been living there, only seen the mother, and the mother's Polish. Very nice people. He's got severe cause of autism, which means that he will never be able to do stuff on his own independent. He needs 24/7 daycare, and he will highly likely never be able to get a job later, which some people will be like, oh, that's amazing. Yeah, that's what you think, but imagine if you had autism and you wasn't able to do anything on your own without having to be a potential danger for yourself or other people surrounding around you. Life like that is heavy, man. I have autism on the low. I'm very lucky and blessed enough to be able to actually do my things without having to have someone around me taking care of me 24/7, because I can be a potential threat and danger to other people or myself. You know what I mean? But my god, I think I've spoken enough. This video is 14 minutes plus long. Wow, I really wanted to make this video about autism and why you shouldn't look down on autism, man. You gotta realize we're just also humans. We just think and act and do different, and normal people do. But yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video on the podcast today. Hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's video as well. And I'm gonna end this video, and I want to thank you all so much for the great support on this channel. And let me know down in the comments below if you've got autism or know someone with autism, and if you can see similar comparatives. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll check you guys tomorrow with a new video on the podcast channel. Peace out, man.